Education is in such trouble all over the world, not only here. Everywhere I hear only people complaining, our system doesn't work. What is, in my opinion, the real problem is that we have forgotten what is education for. We've thought that it is to prepare our children for a job or for a situation that we think they will face. The future is unknown. What we need to do is to prepare our children to be able to face the unpredictable, which is what the future is. Education is not about creating somebody ready to fit into a pre-organized position. So the purpose of education is much broader. It's to help people to become full human beings and members of the human community.
The task of education must change. What school really ought to be for is fostering the growth and development of children. From the earliest years, it must be developmental, and the most, in the deepest sense, developmental, brain developmental. And then into the elementary years, it must be about problem solving and social development. And I think in the later years, it really has got to be about motivation, mission, and purpose. What are your unique capabilities? What are your unique interests? What are you going to bring to the world that makes you something special? Traditional education can't do that. Well, the underlying assumption in traditional education is that teaching is telling. So what we're here to do is we're here to tell students stuff. The assumption is that every child in a class can get through the same amount of stuff within that 9-month academic year. And of course, this is absurd. Everyone knows who's been in a classroom that not every child will proceed at the same pace. But every child is destined to be something. And maybe there's a way to do education that would kind of have something for everyone. Many have written or spoken of what school should look like from a developmental perspective, but nobody created the complete developmental package that Montessori did. I think Montessori education has never been more relevant than it is now.
The child is not just creating himself, he is refashioning humanity. It is our responsibility to give the children that possibility to create a new world, to create new perspectives.
When Dr. Montessori was asked to describe the Montessori method, she said that it really is about education for life. It's about each moment in a child's life is a very critical part of their development. And everything that we do in these environments is to help them to be able to interact in life in all levels, whether it be social, emotional, intellectual, etc. What she really saw is that inherent within each child is a potential to change the world, and that really can only happen if children are given the best environments and treated with great respect. That is really the essence of the Montessori method.
I believe that the new generation of children everywhere around the world will be confronted in 10, 15, 20 years from now with a totally unpredictable world with no precedent, and more than ever, the world will need a generation of people who will have been prepared to deal with the unpredictable, to be adaptable, to be able to analyze a situation and find out what is the imaginative, creative solution for it, and to do it in a manner that will be socially responsible, with value in the capacity to relate to others, not only in a peaceful manner, but in a constructive and productive manner. So I don't know of any other system of education today than the Montessori one to optimize that sort of preparation for the future. To make clear that this is not just an alternative. I think it's an imperative.
I don't think that there is any more important job in any community than teaching our children. It is the only way to achieve lasting cultural change.
Unfortunately, in some of our educational environments, we don't give our young people opportunity to be who they can be.
What we need to do is to prepare our children to be able to face the unpredictable. Education is not about creating somebody ready to fit into a pre-organized position.
Education has to be about giving every developing brain its best shot. That's what Montessori does. And it's been doing this for over 100 years.
In a Montessori community, the children learn that every member of that community is equally valuable, that everybody brings something that nobody else has.
It doesn't matter if you're black or white, or if you're low income or high income. It meets a child where they are and gives them the freedom to express and be themselves in a classroom environment.
The child is not just creating himself. He is refashioning humanity. It is our responsibility to give the children that possibility to create a new world, to create new perspectives.
I don't know of any other system of education today than the Montessori one to optimize that sort of preparation for the future. To make clear that this is not just an alternative. I think it's an imperative.